Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, glad to have you here. Today we have a Empire versus Beastmen matchup, and this is another tournament game. You can see main line here of Flagellants, which is a great pick against the Beastmen due to their lightly armored infantry lines. You can see in the front are Sigmarite Disciples, who do have an aura of 10% melee resist, so they're giving these guys even more longevity in battle. Warrior Priest here up the front. General of the Empire on foot, and he does have a hammer and a pistol in this mod, so he gets some long range shots. You can see 540 ranged weapon damage. Jade Wizard over here, Sigmar's Sons and Tattersouls form a second line to help protect 2 units of Huntsmen, who are an anti-large range unit. The Silver Bullets, Halberdiers, and the Hammer of Witches, along with a Luminarch. So very expensive kind of artillery contingent here, but he does have a long melee line to kind of defend it. Over here you can see the Beastmen player has brought a whole line of Goreherd with shields. He does have 2 Gorbals, Morgur the Shadowgave along with the Brave Shaman of Wild, 2 Bestigor Herd, and then out on each flank he does have a Centaur, Chaos Warhound with Poison combos. So this is definitely a very Newport army here, just a solid Beastmen rush. On this side you can see he does have some Ungor Spear Herd with shields. So we'll get this started here. Hammer of Witches is going to be opening fire. Luminarch as well, you can see, putting just a ton of hurt on that Brave Shaman of Wild. And you can see the Hammer of Witches trying to follow up, but just kind of struggling to hit. Definitely you want to be not casting, you want to be aiming your Hammer of Witches at these Centaurs, where even if they miss, they're going to hit this stuff in the back. They definitely have a great chance of hitting the cavalry, and that's definitely what the Hammer of Witches is best at. Luminarch definitely great at sniping. You can see the Silver Bullets trying to finish them off, opening fire at this Gorbel, dealing a ton of damage there. And if they can just sit there and keep firing there, they have a good chance. Huntsman opening fire as well, and he's going to make a good move here, pull this Gorbel out, bring him back in later when he's dealt with the ranged contingent. You can see these Flagellants trying to get around and dealing with this stuff, but the Empire player has no cavalry, so if the Beastmen player plays it right, he's just going to be able to sneak between lines of infantry. You can see these main lines are engaging, and I believe the Flagellants will win this engagement. Morgur, you can see just running right up the middle, going after that Jade Wizard. Love that kind of just like targeting there. He's on foot. Morgur is definitely a beast, and he's going to be doing a lot of damage. You can see Tattersouls did catch these Goreherd who were trying to flank around, and these Flagellants over here did catch those Centaurs, so definitely some micro mistakes from the Beastmen. But here come the Warhound with Poison, who have a nice window here, and you can see these Warhounds did get in here, but you can see this Hammer of Witches, which is laying down the law on these Centaurs, and they're going to really help these Flagellants who are in a bad spot. Up the middle, though, you can see the Gorbel and Morgur are isolating the Jade Wizard. Here comes Gorbel, just going to run in here and just start slapping the general around. But now you can see the War of Wild has dropped a Cygor on this side of the line. Definitely want to get rid of him before he can cast like an important spell like that. You can see over here, I think Dwellers Below is being dropped by the Jade Wizard. So nice damage spell hitting these guys. And you can see these Silver Bullets just opening fire. And look how low that Brave Shaman of Wild is. Oh, so close. But you can see these Huntsmen did get finished off. Sigmar's Sons over there are fighting those guys. And the Hammer of Witches definitely helped spin this fight in their favor. They need to be switching this target over here, trying to deal with these guys. At least that's what I would target. And you can see, oh god, Chaos Spawn coming up right in the Silver Bullets. Not what the Empire player needs right now. But you can see they are holding ranks and opening fire, definitely like that. Another unit of Chaos Spawn, and you can see this Lord squad is just getting isolated here. Cygor helping to win this fight, and you can see these Flagellants still over here. Nice use of them actually, keeping those Centaurs there. Tattersouls probably trading costs efficiently against those Goreherd, and you can see this Luminarch just trying to decide what to fight. What to shoot at. You can see a net is being dropped here on these guys, and it's not looking good for the Empire player at this point. So the Flagellants coming in here trying to switch this fight in their favor. You can see these Spear Herd are finally coming in. These routing centaurs are going to come in here. What is he? So there, it's just going to hit a chaos spawn. So definitely so many large targets here that this Luminarch is not going to be able to get at the important ones, just because the Luminarch will get blocked and hit by other things. Chaos Warhounds with poison are going to get in here and disrupt any sort of firing line that is going to switch this in their favor. And now it's just, especially with 2 more Chaos Spawn in his pocket, this is not good. You can see General of the Empire is shattered, I believe. And the Warrior Priests. And now it's just kind of flagellant cleanup at this point. Definitely a terrifying army for the Empire to face. You have to really be protecting those ranged troops and getting the most out of them to win this one. You can see Sigmar Sun still over here. And remember, in this mod they do have almost 120 armor, so definitely a powerful unit. But he's just going to admit defeat there because it's just a matter of time with the unbreakable units. And so that was the Crazy Mofo versus Jack. You can see a lot of his units were vetted up here, and that really swung that main line in their favor. Bestigor also doing very well. And yeah, you can see there, just the Luminarch not able to snipe out any targets too early, because even that Bray Shaman of the Wild came back and pulled that Cygor, and you can see the Warhounds just definitely paying for themselves, mopping up those Huntsmen and the Silver Bullets before they could deal with the Gore Bulls, and then help the front line kind of win. And the thing about this tournament is you are not allowed to change factions or lords. So it allows the players to kind of change tactics and, think about it a little bit more. So you can see Jack has the same exact army, but the Crazy Mofo has kind of brought a different army in the hopes of winning. You can see he still has that Hammer of Witches Luminarch combo. He's got some Sterling's Revenge out on this side, 2 Free Company Militia out on this side, Sigmar Sons up the middle, some Sigmarite Disciples here. He's got 2 Emperor's Bodyguard, who are incredibly elite polearm, anti-large, armor-piercing crew. You can see he has a Steam Tank, a Jade Wizard, a General of the Empire on the ground, 3 units of Spearmen, 4 units of Spearmen here, and you can see the Luminarch already opening fire. Definitely don't want that firing at those Warhounds. And you can see the same Beastmen army here is just going to be rushing, cavalry around the flanks, targeting the vulnerable stuff, and the Gore Herds are just going to be charging in here. Pretty straightforward Beastmen army, definitely one that I like to bring as well. You can see their Hammer, which is barely missing. Luminarch, I don't even know what it was shooting at there, but it missed. Did drop the net here, and I like this play from Jack here. He's bringing his Chaos Warhounds into the back to try and prevent these Emperor's Bodyguard from reaching these netted Centaurs. And they do kind of get slowed down enough that it's not the most ideal engagement here for the Emperor's Bodyguards, but they are going to get in there. And you can see, look at these, bringing Gore Herd in to support. A little bit of damage here done on this Gore Bull, but you can see these troops, these cavalry are going to get in on these ranged troops. And even Chaos Warhounds with poison are going to do decent here, especially when there's hordes of Beastmen coming in. Nice Cygor summon here right up the middle, shutting down these Silver Bullets. And you can see these Bestigor are going to get in here on these General Empire and these Sigmarite Disciples. These Sigmarite Disciples are just going to get put in a trash can just because they're low models. They do have armor-piercing damage, but Bestigor are just tanks. Well, not tanks, but damage dealers. Gore Bull is going to get in here. You can see these Bestigor herd try and catch this Templehof Luminarch, and he's wisely going to pull out and start opening fire again. But just look at this horde. There's gaps opening up in the line, so oh man, it's not looking good for the Hammer of Witches. You can see over here the Free Company Militia have routed. Nice use of Sterling's Revenge here, getting side shots in on these Gore Herd. But here come these Centaurs with great weapons. And so these Sterling's Revenge are not going to enjoy this fight. They just get run down in the back. What's the Luminarch shooting at? Nothing. Just the entire world. So definitely some stuff going on there. And you can see these Sterling's Revenge, and slowly just the Empire player is getting surrounded. You can see the general here popping his potion. Not going to like fighting Morgar with his regeneration and its massive armor-piercing damage. Yeah. See Sigmar's Sons here holding out in the middle, but this Bray Shaman is doing a lot of armor-piercing damage to them. So that is not good. You can see that Jade Wizard is going to rout. And at this point, it's just clean up. You can see on the far edges, the Emperor's bodyguards are doing really well. Look at this guy. He's just been holding his ground. And they're almost full health, and they've just slaughtered this Gore Herd with shields. 110 kills, and they have like almost full health. So definitely a terrifying unit, the Emperor's bodyguard. But they cost about 3 to 4 times as much as these guys. And you can see the Centaur hammer of which is getting rock slobbed at it. Hit more Gore Herd there than anything else. You can see the Luminarch here did get caught by spears. Definitely not where it wants to be. It's trying to fire. Trying desperately to shift this battle in its favor. Light Wizard on the back. Targeting that Cygor, I guess. Oh, now he's going to pull out. Good move. You don't want these spears to just poke you to death. And you can see over there, the General of the Empire just getting crushed on by this Gorbel. Just like shot. But yeah, definitely a great game from both of these guys. I've played both of these guys. They're definitely good players, and they're definitely good people. You can see the Steam Tank there in the middle, just kind of remaining unbreakable. And these Emperor's Bodyguard are going to rout as well, just from army losses, really. It's just a very hard Beastmen army to fight against, especially at this funds level when they can afford so much. Yeah, and you can see it's really just those Gore Herd doing the work, Centaurs as well. Definitely got to bring cavalry against Beastmen, I believe. You have to win those flanks and then start crushing their morale with cavalry rear charges. It definitely is how I like to fight the Beastmen as the Empire. But great games between Jack and Crazy Mofo, and I will be casting more of these multiple battle tournament replays in the future. Anyways, thanks so much, and that's that.